He has broken more chairs.
Wow.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Marc Summers is here.
Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Marc Summers, of course, last time we had you in as a guest, you were doing Life and Slimes of Marc Summers, your stage show, which was fabulous.
Yes, we loved it.
You were so nice to be there.
How long ago was that?
We opened February 14th. We closed June 2nd, so it was about 5 months.
Wow.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you for inviting me. By the way, I listen to you guys all the time. I get the clips all the time. But congratulations to you for the CBS Sunday morning piece. That was spectacular.
Well, thank you. That was a multitude of dreams coming true.
I can't, it's the best show on television. It really is. And for them to follow you around and tell your story. And how long did they follow you?
You know what? It was 7.5 minutes long, that piece.
Yeah.
They did maybe a total of 5 days.
Oh, my.
I know.
That's amazing.
So there's a lot of stuff they didn't show.
But it was a lot of it was last year. So because that Christmas concert that you saw,
yes,
we're having that again tonight.
Tonight, right?
So that was last year. So it's been a year.
It felt like it was a year that they followed you around. I know it was probably in total a few days, but I just felt like they were here a lot.
It was awesome. And they do such a great job telling stories, which is another reason why I loved your stage show.
Oh, thanks.
Because you told your story about Nickelodeon being slime, the whole thing. Yeah. You told your story in such a beautiful way.
Oh, thank you.
And we all kind of fell in love with you a little bit.
Aw,
a lot bit.
Well, you never know when you put yourself out there. I'm 72 years old. I'm doing like 7 shows a week, whatever, 8, 7, 8. And somebody from Hallmark came in and afterwards came backstage and said, this is really good. Would you like to maybe produce or write one of the movies? And I went, I don't do that anymore. I'm trying to retire, quite honestly, but I'm not good at it. And a few weeks later, they called me and said, we're looking at a script and we think there's a part in here for you. And I said, yeah, but I don't act. And they went, no, we just saw your one-man show. You act. And I said, well, send me the script. So they sent it to me. I read the first 20 pages. And I thought, well, I can do this. There's not much in there for me. And I signed the deal, and then I read the rest of the script. I was a lead in this thing, okay? And I said, what have I done?
I like how they slipped that in there without you knowing.
Excited.
Yes. And so the one-man show is one thing because you're on stage for 90 minutes pretty much by yourself. This is interacting with other humans, but it's also worrying about delivering the lines and reacting to what they're saying. I've never done that before.
You're such a natural for something like this.
Oh, well, thanks. I don't know. But you know what? I saw the screener the other day, and I didn't want to look like a guy pretending to be an actor, and I'm really, really pleased with what came out on this thing.
Good.
Yes. And the last scene is this very dramatic where I had to cry and get emotional. And in acting class, I could never do that. And it took me to this point in my life to be able to just release it all and do it.
Can you do it right now?
No. Wait a minute. When I think about the time you and I had lunch, I can think about that.
We had a crazy lunch together, and there were a lot of tears.
Did your wife see the movie already?
No, I won't let her look at it until tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes, I had the screener, and she said, I want to look. I said, no, you're going to watch it on television.
Oh.
I'll tell you a story. Years ago, remember the actress that played the mother on Happy Days?
Yes, Marianne Ross.
Yes. We had her on our show years and years ago, and we're talking about actors that needed to produce tears. And she said, okay, I'll do it right now. And she started crying right now.
No.
Yep.
That's crazy that people could do that.
Well, yeah.
That scares me.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I trust no one.
You kind of wonder where a person goes
to get to that point. Well, when I was taking an acting class, teacher was Marc Lano. Kevin Nealon was in my class, and we were going to have to cry. Well, week 1, I couldn't cry. Week 2, I couldn't cry. Week 3, I couldn't cry. So when I came in week 4, he said, you're doing it tonight. And I couldn't, and I'm not proud of this. I picked up a chair and threw it at the acting coach, okay? And I left the class, and I was so angry. So after I was able to do this on this movie, I called Marc Lano, who's almost 80 years old now, and I said, I just want to let you know, I finally was able to cry on cue.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know, but after 4 weeks of being pushed and prodded to cry, you're like, the pressure's on. I got to cry.
Yeah.
If you threw a chair at me, would you start crying?
Let's see.
I throw chairs all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah,
You're one of those guys, huh?
He has broken
what
more
have I
chairs.
done? Wow.
I break chairs.
Well, as much money as you make for these folks, you can break one a day, you know?
Break another chair,
There
Elvis.
you go.
Okay, let's talk about it. 'Cause, look, every year the Hallmark holiday movies rolled out. And, of course, Danielle. And now Danielle has sucked Gandhi into that vortex.
Yeah,
no kidding. What is it that you love about them?
You know, they're brainless. I'm not.
Thank you so much.
You know what I mean?
Drive carefully. See you later. That's why I got hired.
They're not complicated.
They're not complicated. I don't have to sit there and think like, oh my gosh, I have to concentrate on this, whatever. It's just going to be a story that's going to put me in the holiday spirit. At the end of it is usually a happy ending, and I smile. I watch it with my husband or, my girlfriends. It's part of the holidays.
That's good to hear. Yeah, people say they keep it on all day and all night.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty darn cool.
And then you get sucked in every time. I'll just watch the beginning of this one, and then,
you can't. You got to watch the whole darn thing.
Think about Gandhi, though. Danielle is a very sentimental, I like comfort in my life kind of woman. Gandhi's more of a menace.
Really?
She's salty. She's sassy. I couldn't see her sitting down in front of a Hallmark movie. But you do now.
I do. Because it's just the feeling of the holidays, like all the decorations and what they're talking about. Plus, they always end happily.
Yes.
There's never a plot twist where someone dies at the end.
There's a nice makeout scene at the end of
always
ours.
a nice makeout scene.
Yeah.
And
Is that what made you cry?
Yeah, that I didn't get to do it. But
No, I like getting irritated because I'm like, how do you know it's not him? Or how do you know it isn't this guy and it's this guy that you're going for? It's never the big city guy. It's always the small town guy.
So you talk back to the screen?
Of course I do.
Well, there's something very unique about Marc Summers' holiday movie that premieres tonight, Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Yes.
Oh.
Now, they don't have a lot of Hanukkah movies.
No, I think this is the second one, I believe.
Wow, that's great.
There's more Hanukkah music than there is Hanukkah movies.
Wow.
I
sing
think
that
you're
Hanukkah
right.
classic.
Havana.
That's the only one.
Yeah, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it. Other than that, I'm lost. I don't know what else.
Okay, so Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Yes.
And so, did you know he wanted to be a rabbi?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. After my bar mitzvah many years ago, 1964, I thought it was way cool, and I was performing. And I had this thing where I wanted to be on TV, but I wanted to be a rabbi. I couldn't make up my mind. So I rode my bike over to Indianapolis Hebrew congregation where I went to temple, and Rabbi Weitzman, the assistant rabbi, was there. And I said, I need to talk to you because I know that you started off in radio and TV, and then you became a rabbi. And he said, yes. He said, why do you want to become a rabbi? I said, because I want to help people. And he said to me, as a rabbi, you can help a small amount of people a lot, but in the entertainment industry, you can help a lot of people a little. Whatever you do is the perfect one, and I chose entertainment.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Marc Summers. Look at that. You have the best stories, and you're such a great guy.
Oh, you're very kind.
Get out of here. We're done with you. Get him out. No, but Hanukkah on the Rocks. Yep. Are you a little nervous? The premiere's tonight. The
premiere's tonight. I'm a little nervous about it because I want people to like it. I don't want people to turn on and say, oh, there's the Nickelodeon guy, I mean, that's followed me my whole life, and I get it, and I'm proud of it, but will they be able to make the separation? And hopefully the answer to that is yes. I play Sam Rosen, a old Jewish grandfather, typecasting, and I was a dry cleaning guy for 50 years in Chicago. My wife has passed away, and my son is a doctor in Florida, and he wants to convince me to move down to Florida with the family, and he sends the grandson to try and bring me down. And what happens is this young lady who just loses her job as an attorney comes in, and I play matchmaker and put them together. And as you can imagine, it's really rough up front, but being a Hallmark movie, it gets better and better. And then they do this big makeout scene at the end, and I said to Stacey Farber, who's the female lead, I said, I've kissed the same woman for 50 years. I don't think I could do that. And she said, if you like the guy, it's easy. And if you don't, and I said, well, that was obviously you liked him. She said, oh, yeah, I liked him a lot. But then they kiss and they make out and they go, okay, cut, lunch, and they just go different directions. It's the weirdest thing to watch,
So for you, for Marc Summers,
yes.
A kiss is something that's a more intimate connection.
Yeah. I don't think I could kiss a strange woman. And even
Danielle, you and Marc kiss.
Yes.
Try it.
Let's go.
I'd be very nervous about that. I was auditioning once early in my career for a sea and ski suntan lotion thing, and the casting director got mad at me because all these girls were in bathing suits, and I was afraid to touch them. And she called my agent and said, "Never send this guy here again." I've always been sort of shy and inhibited about that kind of stuff.
Maybe it's good when the talent doesn't touch the bikini clad.
Yeah. Well, back then you could. Now you can't do anything like that. But yeah,
now it's your time.
Yeah.
It's really
Finally,
funny. I got to go back to something you said a second ago. Marc Summers, of course, we've known you. We've known you a lot longer than you've known us, but we've known you for so many years. You said that you're quote unquote typecast as a grandfather, but I still think of you as a young guy.
Do you really?
Yeah. I still think of you
Wow.
as, I don't know. You're not a grandfather.
At 73, I'm still running around like a madman. We've been doing press all week here. We did The View and a lot of TV and with you guys culminating the final day, which is fantastic. But I have great energy. And you know what?
You do.
As I keep saying, I've never worked a day in my life. I'm just having fun. The phone rings and somebody offers you a job and you go, sure, why not? I talked to Richard Kind about this once because I make fun of him about some of the choices. He goes, the phone rings, I go and do the job. What do I hurt by not going and doing, whatever thing that they're doing? And I agree with him. Why not just take the gig?
I love that.
Wow.
You know what? Did you see the Coldplay Dick Van Dyke video?
Oh, yeah. That was fantastic.
And Dick Van Dyke, 99
99.
years old,
yeah.
said exactly what you just said.
Did he?
It's like, I don't even have to get paid for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what I love. It so happens I make a living at it. You seem to be in that same form.
In 1971, I was going to a place called Graham Junior College in Boston, and I went to L.A. because I wanted to see Will It Work. And I sneaked into CBS Radford Studios, and Dick Van Dyke was doing a sitcom where he played a talk show host. And I just went up to him and just started talking. And I said, there's a story I want to ask you that I read that you fell off a tree and broke your cheek once. And he said, that's 100% right. And just to sit there and have a 15, 20-minute conversation with a guy you've idolized. And I run into him every now and then. He lives out towards Malibu. And there's this shopping center near the Colony. And he'll be sitting, one day, I swear to God, I was sitting on a bench and I'm leaning over to my right, and he was in a yoga position sitting on the ground right next to me. And I said, Mr. Van Dyke, how are you? He said, oh, fine. Just a conversation. It was the weirdest thing ever. Yeah.
Sitting in a yoga position.
In a yoga position.
At
Yeah.
97,
Yeah.
whatever
It's
he was.
unbelievable.
99.
Yeah.
But today, he's actually 99.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
It's a birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Wow.
Oh, and it's Gandhi's birthday, but she's not 99.
No. So, Gandhi, I need to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've been doing a podcast for a while.
Okay.
And I know you guys do podcasts, but I've been told by your lovely people here at iHeart that you do a really good podcast.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
wow. I
Yes.
never
Sauce
told
on the
you that.
side.
Yes, I heard it's amazing.
Oh, thank
What do you
you.
think makes a great podcast?
That's a tough question. I think you have to be interviewing people that you're interested in
Mm-hmm.
and do something that you're interested in. I think if you're interested in something, then it translates well to other people.
Right.
That's
But
so true.
everybody has a podcast now, and it's hard to break through, but you've managed to do that.
Well, what is your podcast about?
It's called Marc Summers Unwraps,
Okay.
and you're not allowed to plug anything on this, but it's about the fact. But here's the deal.
People are knocking the door down.
Yeah, right. But here's my point of view. When you see a movie star on the screen or you go to a Broadway show or whatever, you go, boy, those are the luckiest people in the world. And you go, no, those people work their rear ends off to get there. And I want to find out the story, the suffering, how difficult. Why do some people run away and never do it and wish they did it, and other people never stop and keep moving forward? I didn't get my first real job till I was Double Dare I was 34 years old before I got that. 13 years in L.A. Being told no, 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 no. And so the stories, one we just did got a huge rating. We did Carrot Top.
Oh, wow.
What a great story this man has.
I don't know his story. You have to listen to the podcast.
You really have to listen. I've known Scott for 35 years, I think.
He has a name.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
your
Scott
name?
Thompson. Yeah,
Oh,
Scott
Scott
Thompson.
Thompson.
Show in Vegas you'll ever
Isn't
see.
it right?
His name is not
fun.
Carrot.
It's hysterical. And see, people they go, oh, no, he's not that funny, this and that. Everybody has the same reaction. When they see him, they cannot believe how hysterical this guy
Nick
is.
is
swears
funny.
by
I could not
this.
stand up straight. My stomach hurt from laughing so hard.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
Yes. And
Can
so
we get him in here?
You gotta get him
Carrot
here.
Top?
Sure. I'd love Carrot
he's
Top.
brilliant. He's
Okay.
brilliant. But we've had
sounds
Richard
cool.
Kind on. We've had Kevin Pollak was brilliant. We did 2 segments with him. Howie Mandel. And we get names, but now when Ted Danson and every actor have podcasts,
Yeah.
it's really hard because there are like 5 million people doing these things now.
But you asked Gandhi a question, and she answered you, and you answered it yourself. Your question was, how do you break through? How do you make it a successful interview and podcast? And she said, well, you do things that interest you. Look, for instance, on this show, we have it's a mass audience, mass amounts of people with different interests. But if I did a show just on my own, it would not be as exciting as with my girlfriends. But it's stuff that it would only interest me, and that's what Gandhi does.
Yeah.
You've had such a wide spectrum of people from different walks of life. I mean,
I'm just nosy and curious, and I want to know everything about everything.
That's what it takes. But you're
It's-
smart, too.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but-
that's what comes across.
Oh, you're you're so nice. I wish we would have done this a long time ago. I would love to. Selfishly, I would love to have you on my podcast
Anytime.
if you're ever around to
Anytime.
do that. That'd be great. But I think it's just so fun. And Elvis, do you think it would be boring just doing something that you like? I totally disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get so much energy from them and from you.
Yes.
I think it's cool though to see what somebody's into and follow that when you
All
like
right,
the person.
gay porn.
Yes.
There you
I'd
go.
listen to that podcast and probably
Okay.
watch it.
I would listen in. I tell you, one of my favorite podcasts that Gandhi did was with her dad.
Oh, what'd you talk about?
Oh, he's a crazy
Young
person.
Gandhi, things that she would never talk about
Oh, my.
to us, and what it was like raising a genius daughter.
We talked about why he did all the things that he did and what it's like being a dad of a first generation American child here when they were from India.
Right.
And all kinds of stuff. And he's a loose cannon, so he can only be on a podcast.
Yeah.
He could never be on the actual show. So,
Because you too much editing.
Can I
huh?
say what he said?
What do you say?
I don't care if you say it. You're going to have to. Yeah.
Okay, well, no, this will be offensive to some.
Yes.
And I get it, but her dad said it.
Yes.
They said when Gandhi was growing up, they would reach out to the teachers at her schools and let them know, keep an eye on her. And I'll quote him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because we think she's retarded.
Yes.
Really?
And they genuinely believed it because he swears that I never did anything. Normally it was quantum leaps. So he says, I never saw you scoot or crawl. You just laid around for a long time and then we're walking.
But he used the R word.
Yes, but he used the R word.
And I was sitting there going,
I didn't even think you can use that word.
Yeah,
It was
you
going
can.
right, yeah.
I'm quoting him.
Yes, yes.
He used it repeatedly.
But
That
yes.
is why he's podcast material.
But he said it out of love.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the one guest? Who's the one guest you would like that you can't get so far?
oh shoot. Selfishly, I would love Eminem. I think he's
Really?
fascinating.
Yeah, well, he's a genius.
He's a genius, and then he just vanished, and he'll never come back again to the spotlight.
You don't think so?
I don't think he'll do interviews and stuff. I would love that,
Interesting.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So Marc Summers, it's Hanukkah on the Rocks. It premieres tonight. Tonight's the night. We're all going to see Marc Summers cry tonight.
8 o'clock on the Hallmark Channel.
We're canceling. We're going to cancel Jingle Ball at the Garden.
Okay.
or we'll do Jingle Ball. And we'll just stop the show and just play.
Just play the movie.
Play the movie.
Stream the movie.
Who's on Jingle Ball?
God, who isn't?
Yeah.
Benson Boone and
Teddy Swims,
Katy
Crazy
Katy
Avery,
Perry,
Oh, my.
Meghan Trainor.
and
They're all
Stream.
there. All your favorites.
Oh, my.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, I have
Ask
a
me to
question
name
about
one of their
this, though.
songs.
No, you know them all.
So
You're a big fan.
If we watch this tomorrow,
Yes.
you guys will still get credit. Like, how long does it last?
Yeah,
for
they're
them?
doing I think 4 of them. There's one tonight, then there's one tomorrow, and then go to Hallmark.com
Okay.
and put in Hanukkah on the Rocks, Marc Summers, and you'll find it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Hanukkah on the Rocks, starring our Marc Summers.
Thank you so much.
Now we're going to take a break because when we're going to come back, we have a contest
Uh-oh.
that is sort of right up your alley.
I hope.
So excited! Marc Summers is with us. Hanukkah, that's right. Hanukkah on the Rocks tonight. It's
8 o'clock.
It's
Hallmark.
his Hallmark debut
And
tonight.
Gandhi's going to be watching with bated breath.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
He cries. He's giving spoilers away
Yeah.
already. There's a tear. Anyway, Marc's here, and it's got to be an interesting thing to be approached and say, "Hey, we want you to play a part on a movie that's going to play on Hallmark."
Yes.
Because this is their Super Bowl. This
yeah.
is their time of year.
This is it. Yeah.
And with your movie, soon to be a classic, Hanukkah on the Rocks, premiering tonight on Hallmark. I think I said that. Let's see how much you know about holiday production.
Oh, my.
Shows that they have during the holidays on the Hallmark.
I will know nothing about this.
Oh, no.
Gandhi's my partner on
Okay,
this.
I'm going to help you.
Let's see. Let me get Lisa here. Lisa, thanks for holding so long. Say good morning to Marc Summers.
Good morning.
Lisa, where do you live, Lisa?
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Oh, beautiful
wow.
spot.
Cape
Beautiful,
Cod.
beautiful.
I love
So
it.
you're a Hallmark fan. You watch it religiously, correct?
I do.
Oh, good. So you'll
My
know
hot
all the
cocoa
answers
and
on
my
this.
fuzzy slippers.
Yeah.
And your glass of wine. Don't forget your glass
Glass
of
of
wine.
wine and fuzzy slippers.
Yeah.
You're checking off all the boxes.
Absolutely.
All right, so this holiday trivia game with Marc Summers, and you get to win if he does a good job. It's called Christmas Classic or Holiday Hoax. Here we go. Oh, the music
right.
sounds great. All right, so I'm gonna give you the plot of a movie.
Okay.
If it's a real movie, answer Christmas Classic.
Okay.
If it's a fake one, say Holiday Hoax.
Okay.
Okay, these are
All right.
maybe some of them true movies you've seen on
On Hallmark.
Hallmark. Okay, you ready to go? Here we
Yep.
go. The first one's called Pottersville. It's set during Christmas time. A man named Maynard is mistaken for Bigfoot when he drunkenly runs through his hometown of Pottersville in a gorilla costume.
No.
Christmas classic or holiday hoax?
That's got to be a holiday hoax.
Well, what do you think, Lisa?
I'm going to say Christmas classic.
It is because it happened.
No!
No way!
They spent money doing that, huh?
Yes,
That is not a
from
movie.
2017. It's a Christmas classic with Michael Shannon and Judy Greer.
Oh my God!
And by the way, I happen to live in Pottersville, New Jersey.
No.
This
Not
is
a
crazy.
hoax. All right, okay, so you got that one right. I didn't know it was a competition.
Oh
but
yeah.
now it is.
Well, I wanted
All
to
right,
win.
okay, Christmas classic or holiday hoax. Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. Was this
Holiday
a-
hoax.
Let me finish
I'm
now.
gonna say holiday hoax.
When Santa's sleigh gets stuck in Florida, he tells a group of kids the story of Thumbelina. You call it a holiday hoax?
Yes, 100%.
No, it's a Christmas
Oh,
classic.
come on! Lisa, did you know that movie?
I did not.
No.
No,
But it sounds like something ridiculous that I would watch.
it's supposedly a cult classic. I think you can see it on YouTube.
Oh man.
It came out in 1972. All right, here we go. Christmas classic or holiday hoax. Elf Hard.
Really?
When an elf on the shelf named Jingles gets left behind at an office Christmas party, he discovers the building's been taken over by toy-hating burglars. Using his small size, festive gadgets, and a lot of holiday mischief, Jingles pranks the intruders one by one to save the hostages.
Holiday classic.
Holiday classic.
It's a holiday hoax.
I don't believe it.
Worth seeing.
Never
But that's
ha-
Home Alone. You just put an elf in there.
Exactly.
That's what it
Okay,
is.
okay, here's
I
another
think
one.
after this, I'll never be back on the Hallmark Channel. But
Okay, here's another one. It's called The Wonderful Dead. It's a very, very frightening Christmas tale. George, a regretful zombie who dreams of being alive again, is granted his wish by a mysterious holiday angel. As he experiences life among the few human survivors, he realizes they're selfish, cruel, and even more monstrous than the undead. Holiday hoax or Christmas classic?
Gandhi, you're answering this for me.
That, for some reason, it sounds terrible, but I'm going to go with Christmas classic.
What do you think, Lisa?
I'm gonna go with Christmas classic, even though it sounds unreal.
What do you say?
I'm going to say holiday hoax.
Okay.
It's a holiday hoax.
Don't trust me.
Finally!
Led you astray.
Let's go to this one.
Thank
Here we
goodness,
go.
though, because that sounds like a terrible movie.
Well, you thought that was bad. How about this?
Wait a list.
How about this one? Was this real? Grandma got run over by an AI-driven sleigh. When a hey, hear me out now. When a small-town inventor creates the world's first self-driving sleigh to help Santa deliver presents more efficiently, disaster strikes, with the sleigh malfunctioning and accidentally running over his sassy grandma, Mildred.
See, AI is too new, too hip. I'm going to say holiday hoax.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Christmas classic.
You wish, but no, it's a hoax.
You're on a roll now.
I'm on a roll now.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
got
I'm starting to feel it now.
Okay, I got two more for you.
Two more. Okay, here we go.
Frostbite Fight Club.
What part of my body is frostbitten is the question.
In the snowy underground of the North Pole, disgruntled elves secretly run an after-hours fight club to settle disputes, vent frustrations, and crown the strongest elf. Chaos ensues when Santa discovers the club and decides to enter the ring himself to teach the elves a lesson about teamwork. Lisa, is that a Christmas classic or a holiday hoax?
I really hope it's a Christmas classic because I want to see it.
Yeah.
See, because of the word Fight Club, I don't think Hallmark would ever put Fight Club shows on, so I'm going to go hoax.
Good thinking.
Yeah?
It's a house.
3 in a row now here.
I know.
Now, okay, I'm
I
going to
wanna
give
see
you
that.
one more, okay? Hanukkah on the rocks.
I got to get my rocks off now. Okay, here we go.
A week before Hanukkah, recently unemployed lawyer embarks on a journey to find Hanukkah candles, leading her to a Chicago bar where she transforms the holiday spirit, discovers love, and finds the courage to pursue a new path in life. Christmas classic or Hanukkah classic or holiday hoax?
Definitely a classic. Lisa?
Definitely a classic.
Yes. And
Because it's real.
it's real.
It's a Hanukkah
Wow.
classic.
How many questions did we do there?
Well, too many.
Too many. We'll fix that in
And
post.
it's on tonight on Hallmark. Unbelievable having you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You guys are all
Mark
fantastic.
Summers. And thank you. What do you have for Lisa?
We got $500 thanks to
Yay!
Yeah. You can buy a bunch of fuzzy slippers, Lisa. Thanks to Carol Oha, $500
So
coming
many
up.
bottles of wine to go with it.
There you go.
Drink up. Bottoms up, Lisa, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
and make
Lisa.
sure you're watching Hallmark tonight. It's
Happy
the premiere.
holidays.
The premiere
Thanks.
of
I will.
a coming soon holiday classic, Hanukkah on the Rocks, starring Marc Summers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We love you.
What a
You
ball.
always have a seat at our table,
I
Marc Summers.
appreciate that. You're the best.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.